I do want to go over this right here as well. Tell the truth about abortion by Praeger U. I already seen this video, and I disagree with him a lot about this in this video. So I just want to go over it and see if I can come up with even better arguments. Yeah, I put playback speed 1.5 because the motherfucker talks super slow.
List of all the joys that have been choked off. Anyway, this is just a chance for
we gotta go forward.
And bills that are being sponsored and very thinking.
All right, let's go back.
Provide that. So the subject is abortion, and bills that are being sponsored in various states in the United States that would allow abortion at any time, so long as the mother believes that either her mental or physical health is involved. Then you can abort a child or fetus. I don't care what you call it. A nascent human, an unborn child, whatever you wish to call it, can be. But that's relevant, by the way. What we call it is relevant. I'll come back to that. But I don't care what you call it for the sake of this moment in describing the bills. So even though everyone acknowledges that in the third trimester of pregnancy, a child is completely viable outside of the...
True. This is true. I have two arguments about like the person. I believe a fetus becomes like a person once they start to have conscious thoughts. That usually happens in the mid to late second trimester. So when it comes to third trimester, yeah, I am against abortion at that point as well. And it's like too far along, so most people probably already would want the baby at that point.
The mother outside of the womb. Nevertheless, that seems to have played no role in the bills that are being passed that allow it. And of course, the notion, well, only in the case of where the mother would be mentally or physically harmed, but mentally harmed means that it bothers her. Nobody denies that. So what I want more than anything else is that we tell the truth. I'm not coming at the subject from a religious or secular standpoint. I want just right now for us to be truthful.
No, I don't like the draft. No, if you volunteer to go to war, you should go ahead and go do that. It's your choice. You wanted to go volunteer for the war 100%. But when it comes to draft, they're forcing you to go to war. I don't like the draft. I don't like forcing people to do something that they don't want to do. And that's why I'm against abortion, because you're forcing women to have that baby when they don't want them.
That would be an example of being truthful. That the mental health of the mother means anything that would disturb her. Excuse me. And it's allergy time here for whatever reason. But
what the fuck, Praeger? You're recording this. You're not live streaming it. Can you just not do another take? What's going on?
So let's acknowledge that. It's not a matter of, well, if she gives birth a month from now, she'll be mentally ill as a result. It will cause even physiological damage in her brain. So nobody really claims that. So the truth is, a woman could have it anytime she wants. That's what the bills are about. So let's talk about this subject, and let's remove as much passion as possible. And let me deal with a lot of the arguments that I have heard over a lifetime of discussing this issue. So number one, the most common... and by the way, you can watch, I've done a video. Of course, I only do about 10% of PragerU videos, Prager University videos, and one of them is on abortion, and it's gotten a lot of views, but you may want to see it. But I have more time right now than in a 5-minute video, obviously. The most common argument is a woman can do what she wants with her own body. Now, again, all I ask, I beg of you, especially if you don't agree with me, I beg of you to just be intellectually honest here.
Honesty.
Telling any woman what she can do with her own body, with regard to abortion.
Pretty much, yeah. You know, you're pretty much telling them if they want to have an abortion. Women usually have it at 6 to like the 8th week, maybe even more than that. I know the earliest is 6 weeks in, and at that point, the baby just has yes. Hence, why I would send the ones that voted for the war, because I'm against the draft in military, anti-investmentship. But what if those? What if the people who voted didn't like him going to war? They just liked Trump for like being anti-abortion, being anti everything else. But when they voted for him, they even specifically said, no, do not go to the war. I don't want to go to war. Stop going to war. Don't go to war. It's not more complicated.
Our society has the right to tell a woman what she can do with another body. I am stunned. I have to say, do you know what depresses me more than people I differ with?
But when it comes to another body, again, that's bodily autonomy, having your own personal body autonomy. That that argument goes for I have the right, my right to do whatever I want with my body trumps the other potential person that is inside me.
With on abortion, that people make arguments that make no sense and believe them. If you don't have a shared commitment to reason, you can't dialogue.
And also, when it comes to our body, and he's only talking about the fetus when it's a body. So a person, like, I have to ask this too, like, when is a person during when he keeps saying body. So a person is a person when it's a body. So we should, when it comes to corpses and stillborns and like dead brain people, are they still people? Because they still have a body, and should we view them on the same level as a living, breathing person? That's another thing.
What does that mean? It's her body. It's in her body. And there's such an obvious quotidian, meaning daily proof. No one has ever asked a pregnant woman, hey, how's your body? Now, why not?
Well, first of all, because when a woman starts to show, she's during the second trimester. And at that point, it's either it's like more likely that the woman would want the baby. So asking her like, "Oh, how's the baby?" That woman would probably already want the baby anyway. So it's okay.
God. If it's her body, that's exactly what people would say. They go, "How's the baby?" They ask how the baby well before the third trimester. Pro-choice people don't say, "How's your body?" If a pro-choice person is talking to a pregnant woman, the pro-choice person will never say, "Oh, I hear you're pregnant. How's your body?" They'd say, "How's the baby?" Only when there's a desire for abortion do we go into new rhetoric. The new rhetoric of, "Oh, it's her body," but it's not her body. And by the way, here's the irony.
And when it comes to that point, again, it's like the bodily autonomy thing. It doesn't really matter until like you try to restrict people's choice to do whatever they want with their body.
The same folks who say it's her body and say you can't tell a woman what she should do with her body do tell women what they should do with.
Well, I was definitely sending the people that wanted war first, but yeah, I guess if who you voted for them, you would be second.
Their bodies. That's why I've been talking, because I'm so annoyed about this movement to get rid of cheerleaders in football and basketball. They're telling women, and they did in the Miss America contest, you can't have a swimsuit competition. They didn't take a vote among the women. It was simply imposed upon them.
Well, first of all, telling a woman that she has to have a thing grow inside her for 9 months is different from telling women to not wear a specific swimsuit at a tournament. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about here. I didn't even bother to look it up. But what my understanding is, what I think happened, okay, I don't know. What I think happened is maybe that special swimsuit gave women, that specific woman an advantage over the other women who didn't have that specific swimsuit. So they probably say, oh, you can't wear swimsuits. You have to wear something else to compete, to make everybody as even as possible. It's horrible analogy.
These are the people who say a woman can do what you want. What if a woman says, you know what, actually, I am in no way embarrassed to appear in a swimsuit, and it was part of the reason I got here. I've worked very hard on attaining this body, and it's part of what it is in real life. Looks matter. I'm okay with it. No, sorry, we're telling you that you can't do this with your body, right? I mean, that's the irony. They told women they can't do what they want with their body with silicone breast implants. A lot of you don't know about this. It was the very same folks on the left who are so pro-choice, who were not pro-choice on women having breast implants.
Now, I don't know if he could be lying here. Praeger lies all the fucking time, so I would not be surprised if he's lying that left-leaning people probably told women that they couldn't do that. But if he's true, I disagree with that. I think if you want to have breast implants, go ahead, do what you want. It's your body, do what you want. You're not hurting anybody. You can have ass implants, you can have breast implants, you can have piercings. You know those fucking reptilian people who like cut their like tongues in half to make it look a little more like a snake. I don't want to do that. I think that shit is disgusting, but you should do. It's not hurting anybody else. You should do whatever you want.
Said, oh, it causes terrible diseases. It turns out there was no science behind that, none whatsoever. The silicone breast implants did not cause any diseases that any medical professional could identify. So that's not even true that they let women. The people who said,
I'm against the government knowing how you vote, so I don't know how that would happen anyways. Have you ever voted? The last time I only voted once because I am very young. I'm a young guy. I did vote during the 2020 election, and I did vote for Biden. I'm trying to remember if you have to write your name down or not. Shit. I don't remember. I don't have that great of a memory. They're gonna find out anyways. You know, you have to go to a government building, and there they have cameras there too, so they can kind of see like what the fuck you're doing and try to guess on who you voted there. I don't know. I feel like it's a government. They have a way to know like how you voted. That's what I think. It's more like conspiracy theory there. Don't put any like real like thought into that. I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like a government would have a way to would know who you voted for.
say, let a woman do what she wants with her own body. Don't let women do what they want with their own bodies. They only argue pro-choice. Let a woman do what she wants with somebody else's body, the baby. So that's the next question. Is it a baby? So here, let's at least...
Okay. Is it a baby? Like I said, I think a person is a person once they have conscious thinking. Once they can think, once they can, they know they have like actions. They can do actions and shit like that. The same way why I think a corpse is no longer a person. It's dead. Has no brain function, no conscious thinking. That's why I think a brain dead person, even though the body is still alive, the brain dead person is pretty much dead already. No, brain dead is the same as death. There's no coming back from that. You're just dead. Even though the body is still alive, you're dead because your conscious thinking is just gone. It's gone.
Acknowledge why these bills are so frightening. Everybody, at least everybody.
Yeah. I don't know about I feel like the government has a way to know who you voted for, whatever the fuck. But yeah, I just don't know that much about that, and I wish I remembered how I voted last time. I did go into a booth, but I don't remember.
Who accepts reality, accepts science, acknowledges that in the third trimester it's a baby. I work out three days a week with a professional trainer, a young woman, and she's pregnant. She and her husband are pregnant, as it were.
And also you give your name to the people in the ballot, yeah. I know you gave your name to somebody, but I couldn't remember who.
And she showed me at the 20th week, she showed me the ultrasound that she had taken. Right? Now, it's so incredible how this technology has advanced, because when I had ultrasound of my child, it looked like you were looking at clouds. It was completely not identifiable. The OBGYN said, oh, look, you see, there's a penis. Peter, what are you talking about? It's like cloud formation to me. But anyway, by the way, not that matters anymore, right? Because after all, you could have a penis and be a girl. So this is what we are told. In New York City, you could check off when your child is born, not male or female. You could check off X. We're living in a very sick time. This is sick stuff. This is not
choosing X gender. I want to be X gender. What the fuck? That shit sounds so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. So based. So based and pure.
Progressive. This is primitive. This is beyond belief.
How's it primitive? What the fuck? Why? Oh my god. His brain is busted. He's gone.
New in human history. Anyway,
he's done. He's doomed.
Amazing. I wish I could show you this ultrasound of my trainers at 20 weeks. So at 20 weeks, obviously second trimester. And it's like the kid knows that he's being photographed, and he's going, hi. And you see 5 fingers, as if I showed you this, you would think it was a black and white of a baby's hand. It is that clear, a hand, clearly 5 fingers that are up. Yeah. So, okay, is that a baby? So let's talk about what we...
If it has a conscious thinking, yes. If it doesn't, then no.
Recognizes a baby third trimester, because in third trimester you could remove the baby from the womb.
Yes, the corpse is dead, and their will dictates what happens to them, not their family. If your will says don't unplug me, then I don't think they can unplug you unless you run out of money. Well, I think that's bullshit, because if you're fucking brain dead and you write in your will like, oh, don't unplug me, like what? Why would we waste our fucking money on you? Why would we waste our like talents and other stuff and also that place that you're in, somebody else can go into that place? You're brain dead. There's no coming back from that. I think that's stupid. I think if if you're brain dead, there's again, there's no coming back from that. Fuck what you think I'm gonna leave you plugged in? No, unplug you. You're dead already. What?
And it will live. It is a fully formed human being.
But that's why I'm not a doctor. So
that can live on its own just as a child after 9 months. All right. So why would one be allowed to take the life of that baby? What if the baby were removed? Okay, let's say there was a not abortion, but simply a premature birth, right? A surgery was made, and the child was taken out of the womb. It's very often they're called preemies, premature. It's a premature baby. Let us say that some
premature baby. So, and it can live outside. I'm guessing then it has a conscious thinking. So it's a baby.
Walked
it's
into
a
the
person.
hospital and smashed that baby's head, killed the or shot the baby to death. All right, or stabbed it. What do you think should happen to that person? Should the person be arrested?
Yes.
What? Here, better make it more.
And also, since it's out of the mother's body, also the body autonomy thing. Also, that argument works because it's no longer in the woman's body, so it's no longer restricting her body, no longer like her bodily autonomy thing. It's outside of her body. It's not attached to her anymore. So it's like, again, it's Praeger. What are you doing? Do you just not understand these arguments? What? It's their choice, but they're dead. They're dead. Like, who gives a fuck? They're dead.
More clear. What if the mother killed the baby once it was born? Do you believe she should be punished? I suspect you would say yes. So now I'm not advocating that women who have abortions be punished. I'm just trying to understand what is the difference between the worth of that creature if it happens to be inside a uterus or outside a uterus. I don't
body
get it.
autonomy.
I mean, I don't get it. It's not I don't get it. I don't agree. I don't get it. Why is it worthless inside?
Okay, so now he's straw man incoming. No one has ever said that a fetus is worthless. No one has ever said that. Well, maybe a couple people on Twitter. You can find every horrible argument, every bad opinion on Twitter. I guarantee somebody said it. But most people, even most pro-choicers, like 99.999% of us, believe that do not believe that a baby is worthless. Okay, all we say is that a person's right to their own body and their bodily autonomy is worth more than a fetus. We're not saying it's worthless. We're just saying A is worth more than B. Straw man.
A woman and infinitely precious outside. Why is it infinitely precious in the first trimester if she wants the baby and worthless in the third trimester if she doesn't want the baby? You understand? There's no moral coherence here. None. That's why all I'm asking for. Forget religion. Atheists can make this argument. There was an atheist writer in America named Nat.
I don't give a fuck.
Guy was a liberal. He wrote for the Village Voice, a big liberal.
I don't care. He's liberal. He's a liberal, so he's cringe. Okay.
Paper in New York City, and he said, just on science and morality grounds, I'm against abortion. That I don't believe in God. I don't believe in religion. I don't. There's no argument. There is no argument.
Okay, just because you're atheist doesn't mean you can't make bad arguments. What?
Okay, put rape and incest. I'm putting aside that it's so rare that's the issue that there's a famous legal doctrine. What is it? Bad cases make bad law, something like that. You can't make law based on something very rare. It's like, look, my best example: seatbelts save lives. Is that true? Yes. Do they always save lives? No. Sometimes they kill people. Sometimes they have choked people to death in an accident. Sometimes they have not been able to be released and a person burned to death in a car because they couldn't get out of the seatbelt. But so you don't talk about that. You talk about the vast majority of cases seatbelts save lives. So
it's weird how he says that. Yeah, I think he's anti-mask too, anti-masker, which is so weird. Even though a mask, a cloth mask, and like the other regular mask that we wear to keep from COVID has never killed anybody. It's only beneficial, but he's he's anti-mask. It's so weird that he's making that argument here because you make that same argument with masks. Except for like no one has died from them.
Putting aside rape and incest, all right, then I don't know.
So it's an even stronger argument.
Does one render this creature worthless?
A doctor asked nothing wrong with incest. Ops. What? I'm sorry. You have to. Your grammar is a little weird. You gotta You got to redo that sentence, my dog. A doctor asks nothing wrong with incest. So is he saying that nothing's wrong with incest, or is he questioning if nothing is wrong with incest?
You can't do that to a dog. So, and again, if the woman is pregnant and somebody comes and shoots her in the abdomen and the baby dies, they go to prison for homicide.
Oh yeah, that's stupid. Well, yeah. Well, it depends on like if they're like 6 to like 12 weeks in before the baby like has a conscience. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Don't. Yeah, he should not go to jail for homicide. He should go in jail for like what's it called when you try to kill somebody? Something man. I forget on the top of my head, but he should go to jail for trying to kill somebody and maybe planning it out. Yeah, I disagree heavily with that person being sent to jail for homicide for that. That's really bad law. And I don't know why he's saying that, because I feel like conservatives and pro-lifers are the one that made that law and probably made that person go to jail. So I don't know why he's questioning the left for that. Like, there's no conservatives in law and in power.
But if there's no hame, then, as in Homo sapien, if there's no HOM is the Latin root for a person, homicide, side is killed. So if there's no killing of a human creature, why would you go to prison? If it's really just the property of the mother, then if I kill the baby a pregnant woman is carrying, I should go to prison for theft.
No, you should go to prison for trying to murder somebody, and that being the mother. Yeah, attempted murder. Yes, thank you, Talon Silverhawk. No, you should go to jail for attempted murder, not theft. The fuck?
Not for homicide. All I've done is taken a possession away from her.
And I think the baby is a baby property in her womb. I think it doesn't even matter if it is or not. I don't think it even matters.
No, so in other words, no one believes.
Because it doesn't. My arguments does not matter if it's considered property or not.
Any of the rhetoric of the pro-choice world. All of that rhetoric, the people saying it, confronted with what I'm saying, do not believe it. Is it just property? Is that what you believe it is? So if she wants it, it's a human being. If she doesn't want it, it's disposable garbage. There is no difference between garbage and the unborn. Call it whatever you want. Fetus, person, baby.
Yeetus the fetus.
These are clear issues. I'm not talking, and I make this clear by video. Don't get scared. I'm not talking legality.
I'm scared.
Just talking logic.
Oh my God.
There is something about a civilization that says that that until it's actually born, it's worthless. It's as I often call it, a pimple. So this notion
again, straw man, worthless. No one is saying that it's worthless. We're just saying that the mother's bodily autonomy is worth more than the baby and the fetus.
To the original point, it's a woman that can do what she wants with her own body. It's first, aside from being a statement of such narcissism, which is what it is, because it's not her body, it's another body. That's it.
Another body.
Let us say we invent an artificial womb, so that
I like this analogy because he doesn't understand the left's argument. He doesn't at all.
Within 3 weeks of conception, and I'm sure this will happen. There will be
3 weeks, so the conscious thing is thrown out because it does not have a conscious thinking. But I still have the bodily autonomy.
Within 3 weeks of conception, this tiny thing can be extracted from the woman, this fertilized egg, and placed into an artificial.
It's no longer part of the woman, so it doesn't really matter. It's no longer part of the woman, so yeah.
Right? Given the same nourishment, whatever, the same temperature, the same ambience, everything the same, as if the child were in the mother's womb. Could you kill it then if you don't want it? Really think about it. What if the mother then...
Wait, what? If you don't want it? What are you talking about? At that point, is it going to go back to the mother? Well, at that point, it's no longer in the mother's body, so it doesn't have to do with bodily autonomy, so it would be wrong. Well, it wouldn't. You can't kill it because it's not infringing on the mother's body, so yeah, it would be wrong to kill it when it comes to the bodily autonomy argument.
I don't want to give birth. I have no, the condom broke. I never wanted this to happen. I'm gonna kill this 1 month old creature. Would that be allowed? It's not her body. That argument would end there, wouldn't it? Is she the owner? Like one owns anything and can dispose of it as one wishes? These are serious questions.
I would say yes, because it's still not a person when it comes to my first argument with conscious.
Woman can do what she wants with her own body is not a serious statement. The governor of Virginia actually said that. I was stunned.
Damn, base.
Because it's such a vapid, it's such an empty concept. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so that's the issue. Do you want to be intellectually honest or not? Is it a pimple?
I mean, you're not. You just gave them straw mans, and you clearly just said that you don't understand the arguments of the left, so you're not even being honest as well. You're not even being intellectual at all. Just being fucking stupid.